Good morning. It is August 19th. I am currently on vacation down in Virginia, but I made the decision this week that I'm going to start a YouTube channel. So we'll see how this goes. But my first video is going to be just like my first month owning the freeze dryer. I didn't film a ton of stuff. I filmed like unboxing and a couple different runs, but I'm going to show those clips and then I will do a little outro at the end to tell you my thoughts so far and what all I have freeze dried in my freeze dryer. But welcome to my YouTube channel. There's a golf cart. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name's Abby. This is Hammaker Haven Homestead. I'm going to be doing videos on homesteading and cooking and stuff like that. Just a little bit about me. I'm 20. I live at home in upstate New York, like home with my parents in upstate New York. I got into homesteading this year, like fully dove right in. You can follow my Instagram or Facebook to see other previous videos. I don't think that I'm going to upload them on here. I think that those will just be over there and all of my new content will be on YouTube. So yeah, I think that's about it. So we're going to flash back to, I think, the beginning of July. So again, it is July 17th, I think. Yes, July 17th. I'm just unboxing the freeze dryer right now. I think that this might be my first YouTube video. I don't know if it'll make it to that stage, but I'm just unboxing everything that came with the freeze dryer. I'm gonna give you guys a little haul, because why not? I feel like I might want this footage in the future. So I'm gonna do that. I've already kind of started unwrapping things a little bit, but the first thing that came with it is this guide to freeze drying and then the owner's manual. So based off of this, I'm going to go in order by what I should have received. So the first thing obviously is the freeze dryer. It is out in the garage still. I'm not strong enough to bring it inside. I'm weak. So I think Sam's coming over to bring it downstairs. Next is the vacuum pump. Now, this thing is hefty. It is heavy duty, like real heavy. But yeah, this is the vacuum pump. It pumps vacuums. I don't really know exactly what it does, but it is what runs the entire thingy-majig doohickey thing. So, give me 1 second. I think that there's deer that I have to scare off from my garden. 1 second. 1 second. False alarm. They're not going for the garden. Next, the power cord. So fancy. It's a cord. So I think, if I'm not mistaken, this plugs into the back of the freeze dryer. This plugs into the wall, and then this, the vacuum pump also has a cord on it, but this cord also, I think this plugs into the back of the freeze dryer. So basically, when you turn on the freeze dryer, it automatically turns on the vacuum pump, if that makes sense. So this is the power cord. Next is the vacuum hose, which I believe is this right here. Some heavy duty stuff. So this is the vacuum hose. I think, based off of other videos, I think that this is the drainage hose, maybe. I think that this is the drainage hose. So once you're done with it, there's like ice and stuff in it. You attach this and it drains the water out of it, I think. But it's not written down that it's supposed to be in here, so I don't know. I'll figure it out, I guess. Next is the vacuum pump oil. Comes with oil. That's cool. The shelving unit, which came inside of the freeze dryer, it's out in the garage still. The trays. So this is really hard to unstick. So these are the trays. There are 4 of them. I don't know how big they are. Don't ask me that. But there are 4 of them. I think what I might do in the future, obviously it just came in the mail today, so I haven't thought this far ahead, but I think that I might invest in some more trays, like even just 4 more trays, so that I can have stuff pre-freezing while stuff is still in the freeze dryer. And I will get more into that another time. Next is the owner's manual, which is obviously what I'm reading. And the next thing after that is the oil filter system. So it looks like a Brita, but the oil on the Harvest Right can be reused, but it has to be filtered after like 20 to 30 uses. So basically what that means is, like, if I was using it every day of the month, every day of the month, I would have to filter the oil once a month, which I doubt that I'll be using it every day, but whoa. So yeah, there's that. And then they actually sent this, which is cool. So they send you with oxygen absorbers. They sent me with 50 oxygen absorbers and 50 Mylar bags. So once you have the food, it's freeze dried and everything, you can put it in here and seal it, and it will stay for a really long time. Otherwise, you can put it in other things. You can put it in like mason jars and stuff like that. But Mylar bags, it keeps for a long time. And then the final thing that they sent me is what you seal bags with, which is called the Impulse Sealer. Whoa.
Hey.
I'm filming a video. So it kind of looks like a what's it called? Kind of looks like a vacuum sealer, but I don't think that it is. It just seals the bags so that you can store them like this. But this thing is heavy duty, hefty. So yeah, that is everything that came in the package with the freeze dryer. And I will continue the video later of the final setup. It is now the next day. I have the freeze dryer down here on the ground next to our piano. I would have liked to have put it somewhere else, but this is only temporary. So I'm setting it up right now because I have to do what's called a bread run. and then I will do hopefully my first round, which I think will be dill, because I have a lot of dill. So here it is. Typically they want you to have it set up a bit higher than this, just so that the water can drain out at the end of it. But this is what we have right now. Again, this is only temporary. I just put oil in the vacuum pump thingy. So now I'm going to connect these two together with that hose. Here we go. We are screwing this side on here, and then I will screw the other one on right there. So I just got it turned on. It's gonna load. So it's on right there. Now I need to take this rubber gasket off and rinse it to get any dust and debris off. And I think that I need to flip this over, I think, because I'm pretty sure that these are the heat mats, which are upside down, and they can't be upside down. So I did the bread run last night on the freeze dryer, and that went well. So I did my first load. I'm kind of terrible at filming, but we'll get there. So I did my first load, which was dill. So all 4 trays were dill. Half of one of them was like the smaller flower heads. So this I'm only going to use for making pickles. And then the rest of it was like the dill weed, I guess it's called. But my mom's gonna come down here and do a sniff test. We probably aren't gonna do like a taste test because that's kind of weird. But the color, I'll just show you guys real quick. The color difference, I'm gonna go in the light. The color difference is crazy. Look at that. Now, I don't know how these were dried, but that's crazy. And this one barely even smells like dill. It smells like, I don't know, just a dry spice. I don't know, it's weird. And this one is it smells like fresh dill. So I will film my mom when we do the smell test for her so that you know that I'm not lying. Okay, Mom, first impressions. What's the difference in look?
This one is very bright green. This is more olive, duller green. Bless you.
Okay, smell difference. What's that smell like?
Super dilly. More of dry. I don't know. It smells dilly, but this is like very fresh.
Nice. Here I have my next load going in. I'm freeze drying a bunch of mint. I have 1 tray of strawberry mint. You can hear my brother. And the rest is regular spearmint. So this I will mostly be using for tea. So this is gonna go in the freeze dryer right now. Today is Tuesday, July 30th, and I have a few different like random clips here and there, so I might like turn it into a little vlog thing, but I don't know. But right now I'm doing my first, I think my first batch of like normal food. Well, that's not technically true. So when I came back from camp, I did a batch in my freeze dryer of some herbs and also some blueberries, but I did the blueberries wrong. You're supposed to like puncture them, and I shouldn't have done them with the herbs because the moisture content's different and yada yada. So they didn't turn out how I wanted them to, but I was only trying 1 tray and they weren't very good anyway, so like not a lot of people eat freeze-dried blueberries, but I was out at Russell Farms and they had some boxes of produce that was on its way out that was discounted. So I got some of that, and I also got some of my own celery from my garden that I am going to freeze dry. So this is celery that I grew in my garden. I just harvested it this morning, cut it up, and pre-froze it. And this is all ready. So I'm going to open it up and put these in there. So I will also show you what else I have. I have some strawberries. These are peaches, I believe. These are either peaches or nectarines. And then I have some sun gold kiwi, bananas, mangoes, and then I have more bananas, a few raspberries, and I believe these are the nectarines because they're smaller. So I'm going to put these in there. Now, from my research, I think that these are probably going to take quite a while. Herbs only take like 12-ish hours, which seems like a long time until you realize that it's a freeze dryer. So I know some people who they last like 30 to 40 hours or something. But the nice thing is I just press start and it runs. So I already closed the drain valve, so I'm just gonna press continue. And it says that it's freezing. I put pre-frozen trays in here, so that will drastically cut down on the amount of time that they spend in here. So that's a little tip that I learned, that if you pre-freeze your trays, that you can cut down on the time. So like I said, there were not too many clips, but that is going to be all of the footage for this video. And now I'm just going to give you some of my thoughts. We have the medium Harvest Right freeze dryer. Pretty big investment that me and my parents decided to make. But so far I love it. I'm going to read off to you the batches that we have done. So the first batch that you have to do, it's called the bread run. It's basically where you, I think I just ran the bread under water, just for like a second. You don't want it soaking wet. And then you put it on the trays and you run it through until the freeze dryer says that it's done, just to, number one, make sure that it's working. And sorry if it's super loud, we're like on a golf course. Number one, to make sure that it's working, and number two, the bread will absorb some of those factory smells. So I did that, and then that day I went through and I freeze dried dill, which is shown in this video. It came out great. I think that freeze drying will be my main method of preservation for all of my herbs and spices now, because it's very simple. So other than that, I did mint. I did 2 different types of mint. Those I will be using for like teas and such. And then I did blueberries. The blueberries did not turn out for a couple of reasons. Number one, I did them with the mint, which has totally different moisture content, so the freeze dryer was reading it wrong. And I also didn't puncture the blueberries because I didn't realize that until after I put it in, that you're supposed to like put a hole in it, which honestly I don't really care, because it was just, I had blueberries and I just wanted to try it. So the flavor was fine, but I don't think that I will freeze dry blueberries anymore. The next thing that I did was I got a big box of fruit from our local farm and did 5 or 6 different types of fruit. That is here in this video. Those turned out really good. I ate almost all of them by myself. Then I did some herbs. I believe I did basil, parsley, I think that was it, basil and parsley, maybe something else, I don't remember. And then I did celery from my garden, chopped it up into little ribs. The celery has turned out really good. I've done 2 rounds of celery and both times they have turned out really good. And those will just be used for like soups and such, so you just throw them in and the water in the soup rehydrates them. Then I did 2 rounds of strawberries, which got us right around 2 gallons of strawberries, like the big gallon jars of strawberries, I think. So that was really nice. Sorry, don't want this to be in there. And then I did more herbs last week, or a couple weeks ago. We did oregano, more parsley, more basil. I think that's it. I think I pulled rosemary from the garden, but I don't think that I freeze dried it. And then I did another round of celery. So that was it for this video. But again, this is my YouTube channel, hooray! So I'm gonna be promoting it on my social medias and such, but follow along. I'm not really gonna be posting long videos anymore on social media, so if you want to follow along with the things that I am doing, this would be the place. So have a good day. Bye.